Hi guys, I have just updated One HUD to version 1.1. Now if you don't know what One HUD is, you will see another video on the Nexus page telling you all about it. You should probably watch that one first, although I recommend watching this one straight after so that you can see what has changed. If you are really too lazy to watch that, it is a HUD overhaul mod that allows you to have the HUD hidden. As you can see, it is hidden now, and yet appear as you need it. So you've got weapon condition and ammo, compass when aiming, for example, or you can even toggle everything on and off with the press of a key. And as you can see, there are several new things, including rad resistance, weight, H2O, nutrition, sleep, and so on. And it's all customizable. You can decide when it appears, where it appears, how long it appears for. Again, if you want more details, see the other video. What has changed is the installation process. This mod no longer requires a scripted installer. Up to now, this mod has required a process that edits menu files, and for that it needed a scripted installation process, which was, for some people, a little unreliable. Most people had no problems, but a few people found it would crash Nexus Mod Manager for them, and of course there were problems for people who were using Mod Organizer. Now this mod is going to be installed as a basic mod. All of the files are getting copied across. If we go to the file section, you've got a main file. All you require is this, and you install it. It's a basic installation, and all the files get copied. If you are using Darnified UI version 4, you should also download the optional file. This is a very small patch, and it will Darnify One HUD for you. This will put all of the files that are needed into place, but it will not change any of the menu files to inject the essential One HUD options into the main heads-up display. Instead of using a scripted process to do that, or something like Unified HUD, you are now required to use the UIO, User Interface Organizer, a great new mod that essentially automates all of that for you. It does it every time you start the game. It's a much better process. It's a much better mod than Unified HUD, and it is now how I recommend installing any mod that has heads-up display elements, especially my mods. I'm in the process of converting all of my mods to no longer use scripted installers. So that is essentially it. You just download these two files, activate One HUD first, and when it asks whether you should overwrite any files for the mods it supports, the answer is yes. Always overwrite files with One HUD. If you install a mod later on that is also controlled by One HUD, you need to not let that mod overwrite One HUD. You need to keep the One HUD files so that One HUD has control over that element. If you don't, essentially that heads-up display element will appear always. Don't worry if you make a mistake and overwrite the One HUD files. It's pretty easy to fix. Simply go to One HUD in Nexus Mod Manager. In fact, I will show you how to do that. So if you've accidentally overwritten one of the One HUD files and you find a heads-up element display staying there all the time, and you really want it hidden with the rest, just go along to One HUD, deactivate the Darnified patch, deactivate One HUD, and then reactivate it. Yes to all, and it will now change all of the heads-up display elements that need to be hidden into ones that can be hidden. It's pretty much as simple as that. And one last thing before we go, slightly unrelated, but if you are one of the people that's having an issue with the compass disappearing, you can't get the compass to appear, it may have been moved off screen. Go along to the mod configuration for adjustable HUD and find whichever item it is that is missing. If it's the compass, click here and you'll see a bunch of instructions, and if you press 5 or the spacebar, it will reset the element's location to the original default position. So if I now press space, you'll see the compass moved back over here. That should get any element that's missing back for you. So try that. Anyway, that is about it. Leave me any feedback. Tell me if you managed to get this working, if it didn't work, and so on. Of course, I need to know. I've tested it myself. It seemed to work perfectly. I'm hoping it's going to be completely painless for everyone. Of course, I am leaving the old version up for people who do not want to use the new mod UIO and want to stick with the unified HUD way of doing things. Honestly, you should change. I think it's a much better system. However, if you're comfortable doing it one way, maybe you don't want to change. The old version of One HUD will be left there pretty much permanently, just in case. So just leave a comment either on the Nexus page or in this video. I'll probably check the comments on this video first. Anyway, I will see you guys next time.